Now we have Mike Max, who was out there on the scene. And Mike, our sports director, is doing what he can to help tell this story. And Mike, what's going on? Yes.
One Minnesota, man. We're all in this together, and
Yes,
we've got the traffic trying to come through. We've got the Border Patrol here, and we've got protesters right here. So they just came over to back people off. And what's happening is the line of demarcation just keeps getting a little bit closer here, and a little scary. They're also trying to allow traffic to come through here, but you can see what's going on. They're within a few feet of each other, and you see more people, more law enforcement coming now from the, I guess what would be south, and they're trying to, obviously, this situation just could escalate any time because the people are hot and they're getting closer and closer and trying to move people into certain directions, keep them on the sidewalks, all of that, because you've also got traffic coming through here that they're trying to make way for in South Minneapolis. Some perhaps curious, some perhaps live in this area, but right now you can feel, because it's drifting our way again, here comes the tear gas, and the Border Patrol federal officer, Bureau Border, is trying to keep peace. You can feel it. What you're basically seeing behind me is protesters calling out law enforcement for what they believe happened this morning not far from here, and law enforcement trying to hold their own and stay calm. But this is electric right here. We'll try to get a different angle on it, but this is going to go on for a little while, I think, as they try to bring traffic through as well. We'll keep you updated, Reg, but it's tense out here again.
The temperature is so high right now. We know Adam Duxter has a different perspective of this going on. He is also near the scene. Adam, what is it like where you are right there near Nicollet in the scene of where this happened?
Susan, Reg, look at this. This is an armored vehicle that is trying to get through the scene. Look at this.
This is level.
Look at this. There's a dozen people. This is north. This is on the north side, and you see people trying to punch the windows off of this car. And people are literally hanging onto the hood of this vehicle. People are throwing trash cans on top of this vehicle. But this is an armored vehicle. I cannot make out who this is, what agency this is. But this is an armored vehicle trying to get in the scene. And again, Reg ensues. I've been saying this as we see another clash here between the conservation officers trying to clear the scene. And this is where we're going to see these clashes, is them trying to get in and out. And I'm not sure who's in there, guys. I'm not sure who, but I can tell you we were just trying to talk to someone a moment ago, hey, how do you feel? What do you see type interview? And all of a sudden, you just hear that thing coming through, and it's just pure chaos. You saw people hanging on the hood right there. And you just fear for people out here as you see these conservation officers now. This is as intense as it's been, and we apologize for the profanities that you're hearing on your TV right now. But that is a seriously heavily armored vehicle that just made its way through. And you saw people literally hanging off of the hood of that car. Again, I apologize for the profanities that you're hearing, but that was as intense as we've seen it out here so far this morning, guys. And again, that's Black Sheep Pizza right there in the corner. We're on 26th and Nicollet. You're headed into Eat Street. These are the restaurants that make Minneapolis famous, as far as, and I fear there's going to be some sort of chemical agents deployed here. I'm not sure who is in that car as we see the back door open of this vehicle now. Will, I want to stay close to you just in case we do see some sort of chemical agents deployed. I fear that could be what's coming next. But Reg and Suze, this is the heart of Minneapolis as far as Eat Street. This is where people come when you have friends and family come into town. You say, hey, let's go to Eat Street, Nicollet, and you say, let's go there. This is the culture and the diversity of this city is Eat Street, and it's everywhere down here on Nicollet as far as the different restaurants, the different types of food, and this is what you're seeing now just be the heart of this fight, as we just saw that heavily armored vehicle come come through and people fight. But I mentioned earlier we saw a standoff in front of Little Tijuana. We saw now them coming through by Black Sheep Pizza. Guys, just really, really hoping for people's safety out here on this scene now.
Okay, well, we want you to watch your safety too. Thank you so much, Adam.